Severe sandstorms coupled with heavy snowfall have blanketed China's northwestern regions. A wave of sandstorms swept across northern China over the weekend, disrupting transportation, leaving thousands stranded. Sandstorms envelop northwest China's Xinjiang autonomous region, reducing visibility to less than 100 meters, prompting authorities to implement traffic control measures. Storms are expected to continue throughout the region over in the coming days as well. In Turpan, a city in Xinjiang, local rescue teams were deployed. At least 12,000 stranded vehicles and 32,000 passengers were relocated. Other cities in the province remain shrouded in dust as well. On Sunday, a yellow alert was issued for sandstorms in the northwest China province, along with strong winds filling the air with sand and dust. Most areas of the province saw temperatures dropping sharply. Highways were temporarily closed and hundreds of vehicles were stranded due to strong blizzards as well. The ongoing cold wave is expected to last till the 22nd of February. The cold snap coincides with the return journeys after the Spring Festival holiday, and it is expected to have a substantial impact on road, railway, aviation and water transportation. And as I mentioned, over in Bolivia, heavy rain triggered landslides and put rivers at risk of overflowing. At least 3 people have been killed in the landslide. Tens of houses, thousands of houses have been destroyed, while several others have been evacuated. Locals were seen sifting through the debris of collapsed homes, searching for any remaining belongings. Residents have been assessing the damage and trying to retrieve their belongings after relentless rain swept away several homes. According to local media, the disaster has killed a woman and 2 minors, and about 60 families are now homeless.
When the stones began to fall, I had to pull my mother out so that she wouldn't be buried. We had to run with my mother out of the house to be safer. I lost everything. I'm 21 years old and I'm a nursing student. I lost all of my study material.
The Bolivian National Meteorology Service has put the capital on an orange alert until Wednesday. Forecasts expect continuous rain and moderate thunderstorms. The intense rain this week, it hit a 20-year high with 85 millimeters reported. Dams are on the verge of reaching their maximum water levels. Authorities and locals are on alert as they battle the threat of rivers overflowing in the area.
Choco.
In October, we inspected this dam and it was 2 to almost 3 meters below. And now look at this sea of water. There are even tributaries that were not visible before. And now look how they are. So now the dam has reached its point. Not yet at its maximum, but it has reached a high point that is allowing the water to flow out through one of its spillway gates.
Now, European scientists last month declared that the world had experienced its hottest January on record. And now February is on course to become the hottest on record as well. This comes as scientists warn that the planet is heating up at an accelerating pace. Data from the Climate Change Institute at the Americas University of Maine shows that first 8 days of the month have already broken records. The data shows that if the rising temperatures continue, it will be the warmest February in history. This comes as countries all around the world have seen unusually high temperatures for this time of the year. Australia, where it is also the summer months, soaring temperatures have resulted in a bushfire. Chile has seen forest fires like Australia, and over 100 people were reported dead. The Guardian, it reported that in the past week, monitoring stations in South Africa, Saudi Arabia, Thailand and Indonesia, Kazakhstan, Colombia, Japan, North Korea and the Maldives registered monthly heat records. It's not just the air that's heating up. The sea temperatures have also been breaking records, being nearly 1 degree hotter than the 1982 to 2011 average. Weather expert Dr. Joel Hirschy at the UK National Oceanography Centre said, and I'm quoting here, the amplitude by which previous sea surface temperature records were beaten in 2023 and now 2024 exceed expectations, though understanding why this is the subject of ongoing research. Scientists are now saying that it isn't only global warming that they're worried about, but also the unpredictability of a natural weather system. And such risks will increase every year unless human carbon emissions are slashed and forest clearance reversed. Now, as per new research, the outbreak of Locust could worsen as global temperatures continue to climb. Far-reaching synchronized desert locust outbreaks are strongly coupled with climate change in the last several decades. A study that was published in the journal Science Advances found the study is the first to show a robust link between large-scale synchronous locust swarms and specific weather patterns. Severe weather events like patterns of wind and extreme rain are intensifying and becoming more frequent with climate change. According to researchers who analyzed 35 years of locust sightings and climate data, they conclude that climate change may be contributing to more widespread locust swarms. Researchers calculate that about 80 million locusts are capable of devouring enough cropland to supply food for 35,000 people, which could contribute to food insecurity and famine in the long term. According to the paper, new locust hotspots that could emerge due to warming temperatures includes Iran, Afghanistan, Turkmenistan and western parts of India. The researchers advise that international cooperation will be crucial to aid the endemic locust control and prevent global locust plagues. And the world is shifting gears. Electric vehicles are surging in popularity, driven by environmental concerns and technological advancements. This comes as the raw material used for EVs, that's lithium, it's regarded as an environmental menace. But where are we headed? Norway is the undisputed frontrunner with 82% of new electric car sales in 2023. Now, this wasn't a sudden surge, but rather the culmination of decades of deliberate policy and investment. Starting in the 1990s, Norway offered generous incentives like tax breaks and free parking, making electric vehicles financially attractive. Simultaneously, the government invested heavily in charging infrastructure, building a network of fast chargers that currently ranks as the most extensive per capita globally. These efforts, combined with the advancements in battery technology, tip the scales in favor of EVs, making them not only an environmentally sound choice but also a practical and cost-effective one. While Norway leads the pack, other countries are catching up. China, the world's largest auto market, boasts a 22% EV sales share, driven by government subsidies and a focus on affordable models. The United States, despite lagging behind, witnessed a jump in EV sales in 2023, fueled by recent policy changes and increasing consumer demand. Even developing countries are starting to embrace EVs, recognizing their potential for cleaner air and reduced dependence on imported oil. Reaching ambitious global EV targets requires collective action. Experts predict that 75% to 95% of global passenger vehicle sales need to be electric by 2030. And achieving this will require several key steps. Cost parity is crucial, and policies like EV mandates can accelerate progress. Expanding and improving charging infrastructure is essential as well. Ensuring equity and affordability through targeted incentives can bring more people on board. And amid rising global temperatures, Saudi Arabia experienced a warm winter this year. But snowfall, it's finally blanketed the Trojena Mountains. Due to climate change, snowfall on the Trojena was delayed by over 2 months compared to last year. And after a long wait, locals ventured out to enjoy the beauty of the snow-capped mountains as they transformed into a perfect winter destination. Take a look. And in India too, most parts of Jammu and Kashmir have donned a brilliant snow-white hue, with heavy snowfall turning the Union Territory into a delight for tourists. However, it has brought trouble for motorists and local residents. We end this edition of Climate Tracker with these visuals. Take a look. For latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.